Listen up, bestie. If you're winging life with no receipts, aka tracking, how do you even know if you're winning? Habit tracking is like your accountability bestie. It keeps you in check when motivation dips. So today's video, I'm gonna break it down for you with all of the things that I am tracking for 2025. So let's get into it. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Quita from At Home with Quita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So again, today we're talking about all the things that I am tracking in my planner, and it's Freebie Friday. Hello. So you know what that means is every Friday, we allow you to download a free printable, and usually it's the printable that I use in that particular video. So today is no different. I'm going to show you what I'm tracking in my planner. I'm going to show you the trackers that I'm using, and I'm going to let you download one for free. Okay, so let's get started. And I know you see it. Look at that gorgeous cover, y'all. I keep changing my planner out because I learned how to do new things within our store, one being the ability to be able to create hard covers. And I love this cover. The quality is superb. Look at that design there. It's so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. So I just keep making changes, y'all. So just give me grace. Not grace, because I think it's a good thing. And I added these beautiful corners here. Look at how the inside looks. So stunning, okay? And you guys know we added a bunch of semicircle dashboards, which are gorgeous. I'm going to show you a couple of them, and you'll probably see the others as I'm showing you the trackers. And we created a new planner bundle, which I'm sorry about the audio on the last video, and I did not feel like re-recording it, y'all. So it is what it is. But I think you could see visually the planner, so I thought, hey, just leave it, okay? If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, I get it. Okay, so y'all, I'm so excited about the freebie for today. So I'm going to show you how that looks as I get to that particular tracker. So let's just dive right in. And you guys know that trackers are important because they are going to keep you motivated. All right. So just seeing a streak grow in your habit tracker is like an instant dopamine hit. Okay. And watching it break is like a heartbreak. And so you're just basically building that consistency, which is going to help you to stay on track with all of your goals. All right. So in no random order, let's just get right into it. Also, y'all, we re-upped on our freebie card. So now you'll get a freebie card, 2 freebie cards in your order, along with our card that gives you the coupon code and all of that stuff. We ordered more of those because that was a whole situation. So now they're back. Look at that dashboard. Y'all, I'm obsessed with how my planner looks. High key. I'm not even gonna say low key. I'm gonna say high key. All right. So first and foremost, we have 100 things to track in your planner, and this is super helpful when deciding what type of tracker that you may want to use. I have about, I think 5 or so, maybe 6 that I'm using. And so this is a very helpful page that comes in printable inserts, and then it comes in this vellum sheet as well. So if you're wondering like, hey, what can I even track? This is a great place to start and just keep in your planner for reference. All right. So the first thing that I track in my planner is habits, just general habits. And I'm going to show you both ways that I do that. By the way, yes, ma'am, you see it. You see it. Okay. This is our semicircle dashboard. We have them in cardstock and vellum. This is vellum. It's so beautiful. Look at that little stack effect. And we have them in a ton of different designs, and I'm adding more every day because I'm in love with them. Okay, so this is where I track my habits. I'm going to show you 2 different places where I track that, and one being in my planner spread here. And some of these trackers are new because I wasn't tracking like this previously. So I'll talk you through that as well, and kind of why I decided to use that particular tracker. I think habit trackers, general habit trackers, are always a good idea. And so as you can see here, I track my daily habits. So my daily text, my water, my vitamins, making my bed, meeting prep, reading, skincare, workout, and journaling. So all of that is here. This is our weekly all-in-one layout version 2. I love this layout. It's so clean. Like, this is how it looks with no writing on it. So minimal, so simple, yet when you add the stickers here, it really pops, right? I love how everything is sectioned off. So you've got your random stuff here and on the sidebar here, and then you have your weekly schedule here. All right, so that's the first thing that I track, is just general habits. So I do write them here in my planner on the weekly spread every single week, so I can check them off. I love to be able to check them off. I mean, those tiny wins really add up, because success isn't about those big moves. It's about small daily habits stacking up. So habit tracking is like leveling up in a video game. Okay, before you know it, you're that girl who wakes up early, who drinks her water, and who minds her business. Okay, so this is so important. I think everybody on a basic level should have this habit tracker, just a general habit tracker. All right, so what goes along with that for me, because I want to see the bigger picture of things, is that I also have this habit tracker. So this tracks 15 different habits, whereas this, I believe, let me count it, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, and I have more habits that I like to track than just those 9 there. So I created this insert here. This is for January. As you can see, look at those check marks. This gives me all the feels, and it just really is a great visual representation of how your month went. You know, if you had a lot of X's, then hey, I need to work on that. As you can see, vitamins has a lot of X's. I need to work on that. Whereas I did very well with no spending. Okay, so it just kind of gives you a great visual representation of what you accomplished. At the bottom there, I just wrote in some notes or some tips on how I can better habit track. One being, don't overwhelm yourself by trying to track too many habits. Start with 3 to 5 habits that align with your goals. The second thing is track daily, but don't stress. Focus on consistency and not perfection. And then number 3, stack your habits. So like if one of your habits is to, brush your teeth, maybe have drinking water as that stacked habit. All right. So tie your new habits to something you're already doing. And then 4 is to reward yourself. So celebrate those streaks. Your future self will thank you. Because imagine tracking your habits all year and looking back like this, and you're like, wow, I really did that. I did that and did. Okay. And so that's the energy that we're bringing in 2025. Okay. All right, so the back side, look at how gorgeous that is. These are newly designed, and this is the Freebie Friday you are going to get today. So this is a general habit tracker on 2 pages. So your first 15 days are here. Then when you're done with your first 15 days, you flip it over to the back. You have your second 15 days. So again, it just helps you to be able to visually see, what did I accomplish? Like, girl, get your life together. Or maybe you're like, yes, ma'am, I did great. In which case you deserve a pat on the back, right? Okay, so this is what you're getting for Freebie Friday. Love that for you. Okay, so it's got the little H here, and then it says, don't tell people your plans, show them your results. Okay, that's the energy we sprinkling in all 2025. All right. Then there's a note section here at the bottom. All I did was journal some thoughts. So on the 7th, I put, today was difficult to stick to my habits because I wasn't motivated to do anything, but I pushed myself and I felt good afterwards. And then on the 13th, I have a little note here that today I got so much done and I'm so proud of myself. So you can use that note section however you'd like. As you can see, this note section here I used to write in some tips, and then on the back I just wrote in a couple of different thoughts that I had on those days. All right, so this tracker is my main tracker. I pull 9 habits from here that I want to really focus on for that week, and that is what I put here on my weekly spread. All right, so that's why all of the habits aren't here, but I come back and I fill in this habit tracker with these things here week by week. Okay, so that way I can make sure this is accurate, and I can make sure that I see the bigger picture for the entire month of January. Then I keep this, or I am going to be keeping this for the whole year, so that way I can look back on the whole year and I can see how I did and what I need to work on going into the next year. So that's why habit trackers are so good. They really are going to help you call out your own BS. Okay, so saying I drink enough water, but your tracker says you've been running on vibes and iced coffee. Okay, habit tracking is going to pull out the receipts, so you stop lying to yourself. Okay, and that's what we want. We want to be able to take accountability so that we can make improvements going forward. That's why you got a habit track, and that's why I am. So that's why this video, I'm hoping, is so helpful to you, so that you can see all of the things I'm tracking in my planner. All right. Next thing I'm tracking, which is new for me, is I want to track my mood, y'all. As I get older, I be moody. And I want to see like how my mood affected what I got done, you know, how I felt, how did I move, you know, with those particular feelings. I really want to visually see that. So that way, of course, it can help me in some way. All right. So we're going to be tracking our mood the whole year. So as you can see, these inserts here go from January to December. So one page is going to get you through a whole year. And so what I've done here is I've color coded. So I have happy, calm, excited, motivated, tired, sad, stressed, angry, grateful, neutral, creative, and frustrated. So you have enough for several different moods. All right. So this is your key. Then you have a notes section here at the bottom that you can use however you like. You can journal at the end of the year and say, hey, this is my overall feeling. And then this is the superstar. Y'all, I cannot wait to see this whole thing filled in and all colorful. So I love, again, the visual representation of it all. So as you can see, I'm a happy girl. And I love that for me, okay? And so it's got 31 days. So today is the 31st. So I will be filling in at the end of the day exactly how I feel at the bottom. That's why that's left blank, because that's today. And so I want to summarize that at the end of the day. And so once, you know, I know how I feel, then I'll be able to jot that in. It's just an overall feeling. And I suppose you can shade in the box half and half if you want it. Like, let's say you're feeling stressed, but also you're feeling creative. You can do that as well. This is going to be so cool to see it all filled in at the end of the year with all the colors on the page. I cannot wait to show you. So stay tuned, because I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you guys how this looks at the end of the year. I'm also thinking about doing a video on my habit trackers in motion. So like, these are daily habits, not to go back to this page, but like doing a video on like the day in the life of my habits. So comment below and let me know if that's something you want to see, and maybe I'll make it a series. All right, so this is the secondary tracker. This is my year in pixels tracker. So those, you're going to see all the pixelated colors on the page, and it's going to look so gorgeous. But this is strictly for my mood tracker, but because it's blank, you can use it for whatever you want. So you'd come in and you fill in those circles with all the colors, and then your key would be whatever you want your key to be. So this doesn't have to be for mood tracking, but that's just what I'm tracking, okay? And then the back side is a results page. So how you use this page, I went ahead and put all my colors here. So I want to see how many days in January was I happy, because that's what purple represents, okay? How many days in February was I happy? You know, I want to see the number of days, so I could just really use this as a way to just kind of assess how my overall mood is. So I'm obsessed with these. At the bottom, you can reflect. There's a little notes reflection section there. So I'm excited to check back in with you guys so that you could see how this insert benefited me, how it worked for me, and you could see how the results looked. Okay, so that's my second tracker, is that I'm going to track my mood. And this is new, and I'm curious to see how this is going to work out for me. And trackers are super easy to use, so don't feel like you have to, don't feel overwhelmed. Let me just say that, because all I'm doing is just shading in a color on that particular day. All right, all I'm doing is checking off a box on that particular day. So it should take no more than 2 seconds. Now I do have a bunch of different trackers, but again, they typically are just about ticking a box or coloring something in, all right? But it's cool just to see it, y'all, right? Okay, so the next tracker that I am going to be working in this year is in my work section. Now within my work section, I'm just using a simple tracker to track a couple of things. And so this is why I created the habit tracker that I'm going to be giving away today as Freebie Friday, the way that I created it. So as you can see, it's called the habit tracker on 2 pages for a reason, because sometimes I feel like I don't want to have to turn my planner like this to do a habit tracker, which is what this habit tracker is, which I still love. I wanted this to be on 2 pages so you could just write in your planner like a normal person, okay? And so this is my work habit tracker. And I only track a couple of things here. So what I track doesn't change from week to week. So as you can see, this gives me life, just to be able to check that off. You can come here and you highlight the month. So I hadn't done that yet. So I'm gonna come and just kind of shade the month in. And what you'll do is just write in your top 5. I think this spot for 5. Yep, 5 habits. That's why I use this one. It's a half sheet, so it comes in all the sizes for half sheets. And so I just have 5 things here that I want to make sure that I'm doing on a daily basis. So clear my inbox daily, take a 20-minute break, because your girl don't be taking breaks, y'all. Y'all know I'm a workaholic. Brainstorm 5 to 10 ideas. I also want to engage with 10 social media accounts, and I want to read at least 10 minutes of a book or listen to a podcast. So these are my work habits that I'm tracking every single week in my planner. So I pop a new one of these in every single week so I can make sure that I'm tracking those work habits as well. All right. Next tracker that I am working in this year is a self-care tracker. I feel like self-care is so underrated for me, so underutilized, something I need to work on, because when I do it, I feel so good. Okay, so I'm using our self-care checklist for this. It goes in 3 different subjects, from mind, body, and soul. So these are the 3 different type of self-cares that I want to work on for this year. There's a checklist on this side to give you some ideas, okay? And then some slots here at the bottom for you to be able to write in your own ideas. All right, so these are things that I want to work on. So personal growth is under mind, read a book, and some of these may be on the other habit tracker as well, so just know that. Listen to a podcast, be grateful, know tech, review my goals, and learn a skill. So I'd come here on that week, I write the weekend, and then I check it off as I'm getting it done. So again, that's what I'm saying. Using a habit tracker is not difficult. You just go into that week and check it off and then close it up. And then the cool part is being able to look back on it and reflect and see how you can improve. All right. And then for the body, I have stand every hour, 10-minute workout at least, stretching, cardio or strength training, take a warm bath, skincare, and herbal tea. All right. For the soul, I have 5 to 10 minutes outside, take a walk in the sun, write in my journal, my spiritual needs, give to someone. So be giving, prayer, and then talk to someone. Okay. So those are my goals and things that I'm tracking when it comes to self-care. So it repeats itself. So I've got a bunch of weeks in here ready to go. And so that is something that I really want to work on for this year. So that's why I'm trying to take this seriously. Okay. So self-care is a yes for me. So I'm glad that I decided to include this in what I'm tracking for this year. All right. Next up is my weight loss. If you guys are not aware, I lost 40 pounds. Go me. So proud of myself. And I haven't really been tracking it outside of my Fitness Pal. And so I decided to add some inserts to my planner to help me to track my weight loss. So we are going to start in the month of February. As you can see, this is why this is blank here, but I can't wait to see the roller coaster ride that I'm on because this tracker here is going to show you the ups and downs of things in graph form. So I'll be able to see for the month how I did, my ups and downs, how that looked for me. And because I have so many other things in my planner that I'm tracking, I'll be able to see why, especially with the mood tracker. So that's really going to tell me, hey, why did I go down this particular day or this particular week? How was I feeling overall? Maybe that contributed to the success or lack thereof. And I just want to see it. I want to see it visually. All right. So you put your starting weight, your goal weight for that month. And then at the bottom here, you have a place for the day, date, and your weight. Did it go up or down? So I'm really excited to see this on paper so I could just see, what I'm doing in order to lose weight and what I'm doing in order to gain weight. So this weight tracker is going to come in so handy for me to be able to track that. All right. So that's next up is my weight loss. All right. I'm also going to be tracking my blood pressure. Okay. I do have high blood pressure. I know. I wish I didn't. I think it runs in your family, right? Because I think several of my family members have high blood pressure. Not blaming them, okay? Because I got myself to this place as well, okay? And life be lifing, but it's doing better because of my weight loss, you guys, but I like to track it. So I have that here, blood pressure log. We have 2 versions now. This has been revamped, refreshed, made a little bit simpler. I'm on this whole revamping inserts thing. I try to keep the old one in the shop as well, because if you guys remember, if you're an OG, you know my previous designs always had a script font and then a regular font. I'm not into that anymore. I just want a basic layout. And so I feel like simplicity is my vibe right now. And so I'm revamping some of the inserts, and this is one of them. The other one has like a little heart blood pressure thing, symbol or whatever. So they're still there and still available, but I like the simplicity of this. So of course you've got your date, you have an AM spot, because I like to check it twice a day. Then you write your blood pressure, your heart rate, and you have a PM slot for blood pressure, heart rate, and then a little place for notes, which I put feels great. So this is awesome. If you need to track your blood pressure, this is the way to go. I know there are probably some digital apps as well, but I love to be able to open my planner up and see everything all here. So that's why I'm just not a digital girly, y'all. I don't know. It's just something about it. All right, so that's next up and what I'm tracking. All right, so now let's move into my financial section because your girl is on a mission. I talked about it in one of my previous videos, and I track a lot in this section, but I'm particularly going to show you this, okay? We talked about this in my last video. And by the way, thank you guys so much because you gave me so much positivity on that video and you gave me lots of tips that are really going to help me. So I meant to thank you guys. Y'all are my people, okay? This is a community and y'all definitely stepped y'all game up with that video because it was just so helpful. I couldn't even respond to all the comments, but all of the kind words, they just really touched me. So thank you guys. And that's going to help me move better with my finances in terms of getting this debt paid off. So we need to track it. So this is my debt snowball tracker. This is how the inserts look. This is how the inserts look inside of the wellness planner, the budget planner. All right. So that's why there's a difference there. But I'm basically tracking my balances, my payments, so I can hopefully pay off all of this debt. And I talked to you guys about what that number is, which we ain't happy about, okay? But we're going to get ourselves together. And tracking all of this is what's going to help me do that. And so that's why this is so important. And I feel like everybody should have at least a habit tracker. But all these other trackers based on the type of planning I'm doing, financial planning, and breaking it down that way is going to help me to better focus and really drill down on my goals and my habits and changing things and just knowing what's going on. So that's why I like to have different trackers based on what I'm tracking. Okay. So we have all of our bases covered pretty much. We have our personal life. So we've got our blood pressure tracked and we've got our self-care tracked. Okay. We have our fitness by tracking our weight, goals, how that's looking, the fluctuations, the dips, the highs, the lows, all of that is going to be able to be tracked and I'm able to see that visually. We have our finances tracked, so I know how I can get rid of this debt. I've got a plan for that. All right. We have our business tracking. Of course, there's other parts of my planner that I'm not showing you that may have a tracker of some sort included. Okay. Like in my goals, I do track my goals, but I don't really consider that a tracker because it's not something that I'm checking off every day. It's something I'm checking into every day, but not checking off every day. By the way, look at that. I know you saw, you wanted me to flip to it. Isn't that so beautiful? So this is another design. It's the stacking for me, okay? It's the stacking and the layering for me, all right? So that's available as well. I might as well show you since I'm flipping by it, okay? All right, so we've got, again, our business is all set up in terms of the habits I'm tracking there. And then we have our mood tracker here, which I just talked to you guys about that as well. Just kind of recapping what we talked about. So I'll be able to see my mood. And then we have our general habit tracker with all of our habits. And then in our weekly layout, we have a little quick habit tracker to be able to check off during our weekly. And then we transfer that to the main habit tracker. And lastly, this is also something new to my shop that I want to start tracking. I saw this on a YouTube video and I said, you know what, I'm going to try it. So I've been talking to you guys recently about how I want to journal. But y'all, it's very much overwhelming. It's get somebody else to do it, okay? So I am going to try something different and I'm really hoping that this works for me. So it's called One Line a Day. So you guys will have to let me know if you've heard of it. And so basically what you do instead of, I'm sorry y'all, my husband's going outside and that's why you hear the rain. And I usually cut that out of my video, but now I'm not. I don't cut it out of my video, like the bus driving by. I let it be because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and sometimes it annoys me and I crop it out, but ain't nobody got time for that. We're going to leave it in because life be lifing. Okay, so this is what I decided to put together. So there's a new size of covers in our shop, which is A5 half liter half sheet. So these are the half sheets that have always been in the shop, which we love. And so now there'll be a cover. So if you want to create something like this for yourself, you can. So all you need is A5 half letter half sheet and then this size cover. Or if you want to do skinny mini or skinny classic, we also have skinny big. I think that's what we call it, which is basically a half of that sheet. So if it's skinny big, it's half of a letter size. If it's skinny classic, it's half of a classic size. If it's skinny mini, it's half of a mini size. Okay. So all of those sizes are available. So this is the stunning cover I went with. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at, y'all can't tell me that's not gorgeous. And that's the inside. All right. I opted to hole punch it and try something different. Y'all know I'm a disc girly, but we're going to try something different because why not? All right. So this is what we're going to do. All right. I have these little rings here, which are available in 3 different colors. We have the gold, which is super stunning. We have the black, which is what I think I'm going to use today. And then we have the silver. All right. So I'm going to use the black. They're super easy to use. You just open them up like so. And then you put your inserts on that and you kind of assemble it from there. All right. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this. And then I opted for we have so many inserts that sometimes I forget. I just revamped it. And it's called, let me see you guys. We definitely have, I don't even know how many inserts we have at this point. This is called the, I think it's the yearly, let me just see, child, because I cannot think of what the name of this is. And I'm going to leave this in the video too, because I ain't perfect and I can't remember everything. It's just too much sometimes, which, you know, I love that for you because that means you have options. But sometimes I can't remember the name of the insert that I created. Okay, this is the month at a glance, but it's version 2. The version 1 looks like, I feel like I had one close to me, but I don't. It has the weekends shaded in gray, and it doesn't have a little spot here for the date. I may go back and add this little spot for the date in the shaded ones. I don't know. We'll see, because you can still write in the date. It's just this little extra slot there. So this is what I'm going to use. You can write the month in here. Again, this is 1 line a day is what it's called. So you can look it up because again, I'm new to this. So I can't really give you exactly how it works. I'm just going to kind of do my own version of it, which is just going to be writing in 1 line at the end of the day. So instead of writing a full journal, you're just going to write in a line. Okay. And if you need to expound, you can expound on the backhand side. All right. So let's go ahead and assemble this really quickly. Very easy to assemble. You're just going to open up these rings right here on both sides. Okay. These are so cool. We've had these in the shop for a while, but I wasn't quite sure how to tell you guys how to use it because I like to do little tutorial videos, which I am going to do a little quick short video on assembling this. I'm going to assemble it and then disassemble it because I got to show you guys here as well. And then I'll do a quick short form video on how to assemble a notebook like this, because especially if you're a ring girly, and these, depending on the size, because we don't have a cover for this yet. Maybe in the future we'll add a cover for this size. We have so many other things to do first. Not this cover, but the vegan leather cover, but we do have it in several other sizes. So if you opted for this sort of look, you could get your, you know, A5 size, you know, of course, hole punch, put these rings on it and slide it in the planner that has a cover, or half letter, slide it in a half letter cover. Again, we only have certain sizes. If you don't want like a full ring planner, you just want a little bit of a different look. All right. And just give you some options there. All right. So you just add the rings on like so. Very easy like that. Look at that. Isn't that so gorgeous? It just looks different. It's just a different look. All right. Oops. I'm sorry. I did that wrong. And I know y'all was probably calling me out, but I couldn't hear you. I need to put the cover on first. So that's the back cover. And then we've got the inserts here. Boom. All right. And then we have the front cover. Put it right on like that. All right. So gorgeous. And then you close these up. So I wouldn't recommend this for if you're going to be taking the pages out. You know, the ring planner is going to be better because you can just do it once. This, you have to open each ring. It's not difficult to do. It's just, you know, if you're taking pages out a lot, this is going to be more for like a notebook type of look, which is what this is going to be considered for me. I'm not going to be taking the pages out. Look at that. Look at that. So darn beautiful. You cannot tell me that's not beautiful. Fancy Plans Co. is stepping their game up. Okay, we ain't playing with y'all. We got a ton of stuff, beautiful stuff that I'm loving. All right. And this is our freebie card. It says current vibe, working for the lifestyle I promised myself. And we are. So I was thinking of maybe putting it here or here with like a, you know, something to just kind of hold it in place. So hold please. Let me see what I got in my drawer behind me. I'm sure I have something. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Because we just, you know, we like layering. And I could technically put this on the cover because I'm gonna have to move this eventually, but hey, that's beautiful. This is so gorgeous. And it's our hardcover. Look at the quality. I know this feels like a promo video, right? But I gotta hype myself up or else who else gonna do it, okay? So look at that. So this is going to be for my 1 line a day. So I'll just come here. I'll put the month there, Monday, whatever the date is, boom, what's my 1 line? How was I feeling? What do I want to say to the people? I'm gonna write that there, all right? So I'm really, really excited to use this as well and to just see all of my thoughts for the whole entire month. And I cannot wait till this is filled up with all of the years. And then I'll be able to just really see what I was thinking, how I was feeling. And this is going to serve as my journal as opposed to having a full-on journal where I have to really sit and just pour my heart out, which it can work too. But for me, especially getting started in journaling, I think this is going to work a lot better for me. All right. So that is the last thing that I am tracking in 2025. Yeah. We gonna meet these goals one way or the other, and tracking it is always a good idea. It's going to help me so much to be able to see visually how I'm doing. Okay. And so there's going to be no more, I don't know where my time and energy went, okay? Because sometimes we blink our eye and suddenly the whole month is gone, all right? So tracking your habits is going to expose where your time is actually going. So that way you can stop scrolling TikTok for 5 minutes that somehow turned into 2 hours, okay? Guilty, okay? I'm speaking to me. And some of that may resonate with some of you too, okay? So a win is a win, and we want to win in 2025. So go out and grab your favorite tracker and start ticking all of the things off so that you can feel so good about what you've accomplished. Remember, it's Freebie Friday, so this is the freebie that you're going to receive. It's going to help you. That is my sole goal in life, especially when it comes to our shop, the products we have there. When it comes to this channel here, the community that I've built, I really, really want you to win. I want to help you. I want to help myself. That is my whole motivation in this whole thing that I'm doing. So that's why I developed Freebie Friday in hopes that it will help you to be able to just have something that you can print at home that you can use immediately. Maybe you don't have money to spend on inserts or building a planner like this, but you can download a freebie and print it at home. So that's my goal. And I'm hoping that you are receiving what I'm putting down. If you feel me, you feel me. I want us all to win in 2025. We're going to win. Okay. So use the habit tracker inserts from our shop, print it out so that you can track, flex, and actually stay consistent. Okay. Because real talk, if it ain't tracked, did it even happen? Okay, so y'all comment below. Let me know what is one habit you're trying to lock in this year. I want to hear from you. All right, so that's it for this video, guys. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully you did as well, which means you will like this video, of course. And if you're new here, I'm hoping that you'll subscribe to my channel. And as always, I would love it if you came back to catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.